24 years for Nana.
2020, 2020, yet to Nana.
2020, 24 years for Nana.
2020, 2020, yet to Nana.
2020, yet to Nana.
2020, 2020, yet to Nana.
What can no crazy? Papa me to Nana.
2020, 2020, yet to Nana.
Dedication, Papa me to Nana.
2020, 2020, yet to Nana.
One village, one county, yet to Nana.
2020, 2020, yet to Nana.
What's your baby? Nana, this is met to Nana.
2020, 2020, yet to
Was it lumba kind frame tia lumba frame ya ba studio ne de ekoso wa NPP abato no mu ye de ni nyina amfoni e de ebro ye nua abo ama ye kunadu emefa morning team no ma be yo mo de e de ko ebra so se ye nso ye de beto aso ne ya gi nkunya ye betena ha kosi se abato ni nyina mantam dunsie ni nyina ho sunsuan so be ban se na sore fidue mu ye pese ohu de ekoso ye be ko mantam ni nyina mu ni akoye se de entote esi ekoye nya ne ntie se okomantma wudo bi ahwite bi ma no homene so nanso abato ne yade a ekoso nti ye adwai na ye adwa ne de bibia e de abro bididi samo honto na enya menko a na me hwa menimi nua ba ono so yensem treni akosi asabe asumani na ono so ewo fidue mu sa so na yewra NPP penyin ba ko a first Nasara coordinator yewra Abubakar na o fidue mu sa so na former MP Honorable Timothy Atabuade several years ni ye share na ono so fidue mu na ni kasem ne say guest ni nyina including mi nuaba asabe mu nyina share red na we know say red no more support wuntumi ana so mu de ye wuntumi de bre no betua cha bedwafo mama kwaba
sorry good afternoon
apobi de
a red day the man people a red day because then never determine the breaking the 8 and they are part of election a bit me determine
so me break
and some break it the executive say no be you know a bet say 8 no bet me break and as some to me break it started with polling station about constituency about regional
from here eco national
right that 3 we quite very more important than the national because so bit to say secretary general secretary so who is general secretary na say for leadership no some support what will you do and now when you for be back wa it's no this 3 elections especially the regional election
before me engage amanyofo no what follow NPP internal election instead of chance you know from polling station to constituency now or more region what are some of the observation I was observing about the whole process Ansani call Ashanti region.
All right, so the process is the major issue in all these elections are what can air the album and Kofodia album. I delegates now vote for this executives. Now they don't want to say it, but we know. Said coming presidential election, it's a 2 contest election between Alan Chemanton and Bawumia, Muhammadu Bawumia. It's everybody, and these 2 people, no, for making sure say they have the right representation down grassroots. No, so if the grassroots is weaker, forget it. Into Alan Kofono, omeni abre, Bawumia Kofo any abre. Into this election, it's kind of you wouldn't say election, but a very serious election.
Mesa about hold on the consequences be free because we only say either to make the party or make the party. But young call Ashanti region, MPP stronghold, MPP World Bank. Now about only the one and now Chama apartheid and Chama Coca and yet adequate. Yes, and Bismarck Mensa of Bismarck, what to make come in
if I saw me do so, I do back to my sentimental.
Mo, ye can say, a baba yarago promise to say about one cost of dinner a free mover.
Baba sports do Hadia, Bismarck, as in Joaha, and so see, I'm not going to say, Pinche be asked for us, you did bear 2 to 5 minutes, and I'm been to Moatibi, but baby, I'll come into box, you know. Menim happy.
Okay.
Now, it was a pinche as in yeah, was sorrow. I know most work from home. In the nim, idea of a pinche by it. Because I see a principal abaho, or Muhesa or me, I can't. ama asundue aba but abaso ne de dodo na tent no mako enum ana omabọ no ha no ma omoto aba no wase ne mum emu baako ana penchen wase dia ka ne de nya be ma omo nyina ebobodin a omo eto enikan no omo bọ Manchester North and South ama omo di kan apakoto a omo ehese ya ka no omo bọ ato aso e wa hase dia ha de isma ka se penchen no ene na ama abato ayo tent number 1 no ayo ewo manim hai ana ma penchen keche na ho na
penchen na ekoso no ekoso wo hwan ne hwan ntem delegate ni ntem anase agent no represent various candidates ni ntem anase bambofo ne omanfo
penchen no ekoso no wo ma ebeto abano ema aspirant for delegate for no ntem ana penchen no asoro ho no ma principal abaho ehese bibia ebekọ bọkọ ewo sa tent na se
we sa winter free anopa besi sese aye kase no say na stadium o asi atie se wo de waso to form na wo se ye candidate ahodo bi achitafo bojo omoso no a atmosphere ni te se wa santimantem
free anopa no ebekọ se separate there betwa da se anopa ne de na abonten ho no aye pa ye ebi se abra chama untu meba na ofe wese ode ne ka eba na ode ne ka bi wa pe ana obi top no pija ne sako wiem ana nkofo boje ne so still maintain ne mum ne ba na bia na ebo ho no ana wo bese fama hu no ekoto ba bi kura ana o muzi we dey speed ne se anya bia na ha
asa o chese enframa hu chama hu ntumi bana ato atwene
ne bana a ebo ho no enframa hu ene ade ne nyina ade ne nyina egu fom
atu ene nade ne nyina atu agu
atu no ene nade ne nyina atu agu ana mo say dey see dey jese ha ene osono no ahwa ne bana beto fom e wato ntem ha ebi si da bi bibi say see a na say nkumdie de ebeba enu ho ho no ana ja we say ode ne kai ran sa no mo si da bi o ka de chama yesrewa untimi emfa wo ka enwa inside ono no ngasa see fom ene tikiti ko kasa ya ansa na omoma wode ne ka no akọ inside okoya pa sima be mi ensam ho no ana ode no ho kwaku apia a fe ko ka no so ede wan fa ka ma ne mum onan fom ana omode band anja tete iti nachi na we se de ne yodie bebre ekoso ede ma no ofi ho kwa ana be se MPs na wa assessment tam ha nyina so no eba maako medemani ehu napo medemani hu adutum ehu fashion teje ehu benefo pi omo ewe MP to wa komasa se no se assessment tam ha se no ebe pie mu ha na ansa na be inside nda be ma na pane de na se enya agro still na party members in the brina ewa bontin honum omo ya delegate no omo nya pese ko mobile party so edo mani be hwe ade a ekoso ewa ha den so security ni ntino omunya pan emie ema inside na be say atu omu akasakasa wa abonton say de ehye na 24 year no omu anya ni yezi keberanka na sembia no omunya refufuro say be omu party members no esi betimi aba party so aba be ade a ekoso ewa ha
mo ene amaneba wode aba na ye kasa sire wo kan no ye tinkran ye tete say nkama ye say asante mantem na hyebedwafo no dodo no ano enfoma chitai amma eye wuntumi ahese omodo omachitai ne ma eye chama ode ne ho eye chama kuka sase bi no free say wuntumi ne dodo no ano entem nheda enye sa na ye tete won kra sa na te wa santimantem
binya mema say na motie no sa pepe because one chama for ni bidin koma da dodo na bi kan say omoko nhyiamu a waya no ho kan kabi ana eno so kra no eno so no kra no enema bi o hodma abedi di nsem a omo kra no omo nsa enkan ye nti na omo ye se ebi nko na bi mra omo so je na bi so kire se edi kan no na ndc po wo so no ne ye pe be ma amana be ko ama wo mu no omo nya be ma bia tema untumi ene yi niti ede baaye a omo tumi gi akonya no na se ono so ye dia omo ma no nsa nto aso enko na ebi msi dabi oto so enye ye bi se ne ma bia aso ko musa kan no omusa entimi ankan de ne onko na ofoforo so de emra
okay na ye say asante mantamufo no mpese chama wuntumi be breaki 8
ta pepe ne tie
okay na yenhwe ni say said ye wo kan wo si chama wuntumi wo wurem no na oyɛ sɛ wɔde ne car ewura mba to mama ne kwan kosi sɛ wosi fam but chama wɔde ne ho ensusu ewura mu no ɔno nso so ɛnante no de baayɛ ɔmo mienu but enya ne ntɛsɛ nipa bɛsɛ 9 ɛna ɛpresa dibre a former MP kra eyonumunyamfo aduomi enso so account bi omo so bobre te sen eye contest here cause because ye sheda anti
omo ma aduomi eba no me de mani ehu no na oba no obese on de onam onya ase anoma bia ne papa ne maame sabio afi maja no
that is owramu to say delegate
pepe onam honya kode anaja obi gate ni ma no owramu bro ono koye zono de sɛ na edumu Japan no ono de mnyaba sɛ de mehu no ne de fans no ne nsan ka bi na menim sɛ bi ono ga sɛ ho sade no ebia enkoma ne to on ha no ho enkofa te ti bi ni na chidi a ene bia sɛ no yɛ sade a ene mintimi nkyerɛ ono na adwene mu
want to me campaign come here say campaign omo ye yen shedante want to me campaign no e wo media no sa is it as a result say Asante Mantam na shibedwafo ena oma blacklisted want to me campaign and now say chama wode no ho ena beka say strategically what taking lead in terms of a media coverage for his campaign
minya be ma chama want to me campaign no they was started no na koye se onenam constituency nti ode no ho so no ekosi akire na ono so no omo so atimi akasa nti omo nyina no eye no ti no omo be dede na mom se opa asentatima titu kumase na nkasa na se other media houses ni bi ana jaba se ode no ho no atimi no ma di nkomo more na se ono ne jingle ene ne nema nyina no se ehu fa ba bia nti na se ade ono no gini na wosoro ese chama untumi ewo ha se bi se ono so no ewo ne very city no no mo so no eso fire se de be ya mo so no so no etiase na onka na no entumu ne mo ye ne ni chia one day bi ne busa no so ono de the campaign wo ye no on pedi di atem on pentokwa do na nya no bi se ede a nyame ebeko ade ama no nti ene se ne de ya abaso nti efe e be kwa ko si adumre
we delegate omo tumi be kire de obedi nkunima na se de ebeto atia no no a so woni timamufu ewo Asante Mantam titru Asante Mantam ekrokuma se adwadifo montensofo omo twetwe nkoma wo hwe sa mpanyimfo ahodo mayi o mani mo program tani di bre no a do se omo ni vote tie but ofi se hwan na dodo no adi ne ho adanse se nkomu nya ne se chairman no mo pe
minya mama eni bi mu di nkomo titru Asante Mantam omo ha no ma ye ma me mo ye nwan mo bi di nkomo na do mo kan nyina ne se omo de obeba bia no omo tani pakwati ebi se eye osono ba kope na omo nyina boa se omo bi ma break 8 no na mo no se koye se we ko na ehwe tokotokwa de a na omo ni enje ho na mo ba wo hwe ebi mo adwene mu na hwe ebi mani mu pa de a anka omo susu sanka chama untu na nkasa no kentwa so emfa ma wo mu ebi se ono na otimi gina obese okona no ma wo timi edi nkonim de a anka omo san fama no na ka on san twa so for the next 4 years no but we have musu so bi musu o wa be ye bi be ma be ye bi enso wa me ni nyina ti be anka omo bi fu so dey enso ensa emetwa so e wa Asante Mantam ase
okay Bismarck e be das papa na wo ho de panel krato form anu opuso ahoma no foni nyina anu ayi di aba na ye ne ahwefo so atimi ache
nya be ma me ase nti ye de so de ye ni e de akire ehwe ye be to so na so ye be to form e wo ababa yara sports stadium ase
mo ene amane bo ni obo amane fra Asante Mantam eye Bismarck Mensa no de ekoso ewo ye baba yara go promise ho na NPP abato no esi ekoso chama wuntumi ene me unim abato e chama wuntumi no I won't be surprised say chama wuntumi be sa maintaining the seat or be retaining the seat because the way an campaign na lay low no most of times when incumbent a candidate ekwa election na so hu say the campaign no hu share there hu the ekoso are very dangerous pa
very surprised say be maintaining the seat
sure
most of the current or incumbent executives from national to the regionals especially so omutimi maintaining omu seat now be very surprised because the 2020 election no chair said the current or the incumbent executives no perform abysmally And it was a no for some of the NPP.
But Ashanti region declare Ashanti region a winning a NPP 2020.
Oh, so compare 2020 to 2016. She vote difference. Yes, they won, but you compare the vote difference. I mean, the difference it's bad and painful. I'm surprised somebody said John Boadu. So sign could be me. I'll resign her honorably.
Hey, sister, now but true. Brad John some now okay you. Anyway, but me I have phone TV for say we share live original TV so no. So and now call original FM 91.9. Also we are live on air. We bet me tie hall we share TV so now we tie live every radio so so. We see you be surprised.
Yes.
Say the General Secretary John Boadu.
I am surprised.
Our leading party into 2 consecutive victories for the party. You be surprised to say obey maintaining.
Sammy, what follow politics at chair? I mean, unim say politics is about numbers. Yeah, the numbers and yeah party and share almost back 2020 elections almost koye. So almost primaries almost koye. Share maintaining one see yeah they could have settled it. So because yen can feel, but the poster the current incumbent executives are taking here, the poster they say opa independent, opa jai, ye be really. And at the end of the day, no, almost smoothness level.
And what kind of side say executive because the president himself, Nana Akufo-Addo, he made it clear so no, he can't work with any independent candidate, so they shouldn't vote for any independent candidate.
But it starts with the executives. Executives that make some of human resource managers of the party. Interstart to leader ne de but money the grassroots and after the one or more down no enya one in kita then money I say general manager na ebia general manager or tough or person the work has to be done. Inter some follow deadlines, some beat deadlines, but the human resource manager and a manager to you be a why I say ye nyina papa ye nyina ye mama to mama kra tentemu gu so a ukoje coverage e won ho. But here is the case the executives no more regional executive, the national executives take a certain posture yentie ho ase entoko na be fie nuane mo na ekon e dey na se wo ye fa ye fie system of a fie na ye wono ent dey na se wo ye you bring them together, you talk to them ma entia se won say this time election omo be ka se dem obi an court.
Sure.
I'm not 2020 omo ankasa omo hu se ni omo ye 2020
court so dey untimi show obi bre no so nipa no be kwa
but aye kasade bi wo ha utimi kan nipa no etimi
say kasade ma ba eto ma me ma aye amanyofo no penyufo me mama kwaba where the red team mu one Manchester where Manchester
yeah, Manchester
honorable team Liverpool
many team because football generally I'm not so much keen at it.
At least has to focus okay kotoko de enye has to focus papa so far I mentioned say free a first Nasara coordinator the NPP Amanyuku ko mabako semu a opening memo akwaba apomye de
name now be
Lakulaku, that's the political name.
Lakulaku.
Yeah, Lakulaku for short. Not yako. So far, we follow procedure and elections here. My abedum pempen. So yeah, what's your general view about baby MPP edu and now more to abayi?
Oh, that's it. Now, the canon, Machia, maybe a penny, na Machia Mosua.
And that's it.
Achia, I have phone so. I'll most share. Now, Machia, me party penny for. I mean, we show more coalition in all the best. Election there, so bizarre. I caught election several times. I'm on this terrain from 92. 92, no, now we were very young. You know, tally posters that time. Because now we be so say politics. Now fina yaba democracy. There are me shot baby I do this here and me say any of my idea exisa untumi tally posters open ebebo you more from militia PDC sa nkofo no those time no who now tally do by posters this all journey. That is where you start. The first chairman Dan Rocha BJ Dan Rocha ndia ndini say wako hwe na bakosem this is what we call a leader. Ntitembia no say you do hanse no opani bi oni be kasa o say party ni here a leader, national leader like Dan Rocha.
Diana Dan Rocha yeah the current executives. Qualities be no show yeah current executive
Dan Rocha you can't bully him. Whoever you are, who a presidential candidate and whoever or no a party leadership. Who say you know man answer because the president banner because the president is a leader. But don't to me deciding my party no because a party no who are buying. Until say NDC. In fact, say many anu NDC. Enya jo mama na leader. Chairman na leader. That is it. Until Samra no say etumi ye adwuma na je say chairman ntumi di ni nan esi form. Adekudinti abikasa no yaba hobida. Uhwe omanpanyi kufuo time a okọ owie ni term no 2008 no. Uhwe se na election no si call no. Ye lose ye no ye be trans. Ena hu say e dey na ma lose elections no. Ena hu say e no ma bebre ato say amwa. Ena say hu say ye form Nasara no 1998 ena form Nasara. Nti you see Debbie ade my co-position there to say trans na review no na say to say a lot of amendments nti no na dey court trade fair ko amendment and Nasara share constitution no nti say changes baby they want to start here there and take it off so now we are coming back. It is social party say to aba man leaders are on better me perform. And yet say ube piska because they be me come as them say ka party I mean about can be yes constituency region national they are not the party so police stations no say omu call striker the whole Ghana
there's no party
but omusu na edu honma say kunimdie ne ba omusu na breakers
omusu na nya hwe
ene na me ka so omu na omu breakers. Iti uhwe na say we say police station be sida say ntokwa sie ko police because be ayiri no say adu koko season because I'm man for this guy there eba and then na me come as them say baby I do you did money crisis abamo no the politics no e down anu no sabuta frache obi kura ya amroba obi anim so ya amroba wabu aska na no kura no so betumi aba abegina bi because you 1,000 or 2,000. Until your chest can kesi no.
On a very
but a Jumano.
No,
until they become as them say. There is work to be done, but no position to be occupied. Nehemiah, yet tough from no. Me did say, you sure are there still.
The amount of form in the past, no, do you see the same trait about the current NPP?
Of course.
Ebini saying.
Say and change this attitude in the MYN because there are also to be say a test control complaining because a do one man you use so suddenly the mafia. Na be ni party mu. Even me crying there hear me. I work for there. You use so test control. Na say any test control. But you use so test control the mafia. They be am can say and just mafia no party no there. Na yem ko ba bia
mafia na ne say
etwa say unto oko but ye mpewo de twa say pe kwan bia nso uzu enim say obetumi awini de twa say pe solution bi na etumi ti unko for no so waja say
ye ko fa bi bi be shim
Timothy honorable Timothy ye obi ye nso obeto abama nti unko for no ye betumi ayi omu a omu nim say ye omu obisa abom nso ayen fa ma earlier obet identify obet kun you be last minute satana awo abedu anima ontumi ye o bibia. These are the things destroy party no. What I say?
Okay.
A lot because obi ko contest election kra no na ya play the mafia.
The issue of album no you be so because it means say na be major complaint and don't erase but mami musa honorable Timothy sitting as as opposition party now so observing their echoes to NPP election me from beginning the basin pempers where you know the echoes process is it a threat to your chances for 2024 and I say who say we dey a school chop.
Hey, Hunter, ever say we starting introduction, we see who watch, papa. In your laku so I am in the core programs for some time now. It has been an issue, so I'm glad to be on the platform with him and with my sister. First and foremost, my sister can say the current regional elections would determine the breaking of the 8 or not, which I disagree with her because me share current elections now mokwana. It's like do or die. It's like they have to spill blood. It's like money is talking more than competence like he talked about. It's money that is talking. And it's mafia work. And it's a starting. It is manipulation of the delegates list. It is money here and there and so on. Ningina is coming to the fact that there is an incumbent vice president who is interested to become a flag bearer. And there are a group of mafia people are more fluster house now. Oma support at the vice president.
Okay.
When we say vice president and careers no it will be milder. Because Oma behind the vice president. No. If the vice president loses, an embarrassment to them. When we say, and they also feel that the vice president no winner. One, he will protect them. It's like they are preparing grounds for all
to protect their own interests.
To protect their own interests and not the party's interests. What do they want the president, the vice president to become a president and protect their interests? And what is their interest in the party and in governance? That is the major thing. Now, they are coming also against Alan Chamantina. Alan Chamantina so also our worries no much and seniority first and we are born home more than common family. But the mafia too at the flash house said no. Alan Chamantimba, yeah, they initially cobium. There are other people who feel that the vice president Dia is a continuation of the Achim mafia.
It's a continuation of Nanado.
Nanado, that's Achim. He's the head of the mafia there.
No, Nanado government.
Look, well, it's not a party, so he's no more a government, but he's not playing the role of a party. We have to separate the party activity and the head of the party from governance. And as we talk today, the president is playing the partisan NPP political party system than governance now. It do governance on Saibeka Wasem. Intino,
it means it's like Baumia factor is causing havoc.
It's causing serious havoc because we share what the forward question. Before president would nominate the DCs, it took a long time. Among for Casada, now elected, they won't appoint DCs and so on. All they were sizing almost size population, and to be able to know, say, yeah, the team here this year, now say about where to now bit my boy now want boy. They need to do a lot of background check because the DC play a lot of role in this thing. 256 MMDCs, MMDs. That means that even the party would, in this will be having 256 delegates as DCs. They will support what we kind of say, Baumia. They would.
But it's no automatic there where DCMC automatically.
I am not saying that is an assumption. We are in politics, we know. Sometimes you try to skew the thing to suit you. You are there. The power is with you. Una Wosikano. Gabi Ochidako is having money. Ken Ofriata has money. The executive secretary has money. The chief of staff. Some Crofonian, they are supporting Baumia. And look at Gabi Ochidako and their posture. Do you think they want to be embarrassed after supporting? So their hands are in this thing, just as normal saw the constituency elections. And when the constitution level, they took the results and calculated and saw where it was going. They calculated and saw. And now calculated on who say, Ebia. Yamfana say half of our month for 2 years, it is our people. All 3 quarters we won. That's where they began to count. But going back to your question about whether we feel threat, we are not bothered about Obia Obedi elections. We are not bothered because the elections we are targeting are the people of Ghana and the electorate. It's not NPP. Our target is the electorate and the people of Ghana under these circumstances. And under the circumstances, the circumstances shows that there's no money in the system. Government is hard spread with money. But elections will assure, say, even though we are in the hardship, almost spending so much money to win, where did they get the money? Why did they get the money? When the government are wanting to meet bills, the school feeding program is hanging, if not paid. The cost of what they are going to do these elections, one should be 1 billion. But the cost of school feeding for the women is 500 million or more. And we can go on and on and on and on. We are seeing that so much money is in the hands of few, in the executive, in the hands of few who are chasing the goose out there, and the goose are the delegates. And they will determine who will win. So how can John Boyd even contest these elections? He's the most incompetent general secretary ever in the NPP.
He has led the party to win 2
He didn't lead. In fact, he didn't do it. When there's a change, like the change that we're waiting in 2024, you have little to do. You have little to do because electorate no one will change it for good. They are not changing because a general secretary, the broth and simple a problem. The grammar is a problem. A general secretary, he cannot even organize himself. What is he going to tell them? What was that? It is normal. I are changing, but it come at a time that Omoko United is executive. Who is the executive who can tell the people of Ghana? What campaign can you go and tell the people of Ghana about the suffering, the hardship that you are going through? It is that they have made up their mind. But I mean, you will come into the role of the money and the powers that they are using because there's so much pressure.
Okay.
And
but
one
maybe
of the next
issue to look at is the album.
Yes,
the album. But Mamenti wait
is for that.
Mamenti wait so Dr. Isaac Yamwa, a governance expert, yes, I can have managed any more. Doc, what's your camera?
Just so many out to Jumno chief in an area.
For that's papa, that's a set to after Waje Penny. Doc, would do any NPP about to our course to HIA? And yama ba ku mienu ben na watumi ehu se ekoye se enkoye
me da se bebre say the obusa question na kasa no egusu a is an ongoing activity and therefore obi can say IT person back at the signal and research also want a term on so back at be APP, emerging teams, similarities and so back. Then you now pointed towards a direction you that you bet me. I can say you will bear 20%. By the time I bet through bear 80 for me, you bet me I can straightforward say I see no pensify am my NPP you kind of MPP Amanyoku.
As a warrior said, the Yama Esikukona, ever can say Dana Kwanswa and in favor of NPP future 2024.
Future, looking at me, and society pointed towards a different, what you call direction. And to send it the future debate, but as to what the future the people anticipate, and as the future or manage home and now makoma pe, and now the AC war party or no energy abine abregana for abine no say what polikakra aman the 9 war from kocho no say omubekoswa ma enkrofo na omode abine ba power no omo ankasa atinem obi can say retention omo ankasa betimi atenemu na omo sa atwaso ahweto obetimi ama aban foforo ata PF party no dia na eno so ye direction a 77 years some dey happen so deba and a different direction say omo ba so say the cost no if you throw bepem from tani omo polling station e ba ye coordinator election e be through constituency e say ye through region no say o share ba be be do the through region na e call national. The free national and primary for presidency, it makes Maka say, enti ya ben efa ana ya turu efa na efa no wo kan move from the polling station to the regional level ni ba bia ya turu awie ye bi moto abeya etre wo 77 previasa amanfo abonjo omaban nti amanfo abonjo omaban na o pese wo party no eko nanimu dia na ne wo say nkrofo na omo dwom tesi ya na omo tidwom tesi ya no they will always align themselves to the leadership Tamre ebu NPP amanyoku no and as a leadership ebu Ghana and you know it called for really a change which I know it's really on the ground a point to trade.
Openusha NPP about to said we kaka from polling station to a constituency. A issue omurezi to draw no a day make say maintain by an issue with album. Now we expecting say maybe polling station first to they would have learned lesson going into the constituency, but we said the same album issue no repeating itself during a year or more constituency elections. So region EDS so a feature hugely and almost every region they have issue with their album. Could it be a mere mistake and I say and maybe and I say a deliberate attempt by some element want to use that album to skew the process for to their own advantage?
That's meaning say one will say what a memoir see a governor and now what politics I see a political science and I say what that power base in Asia. Normally yeah na question say ba me say yeah ma me moti asie no mo ye environment na you operate politics no. Environment no ya Ghana no ewo enkurabata miensa na enkurabata miensa no ba ko ya na ye ta sha ye free ye de omu ye ya me ni di won ko ye politics no ni bonkum so politics no ni bonkum so ya power na power no ni politics no obu mienu omu anim ye ade ya fe policy eno na ya na ta aboa wo ma no na politics no emu ena ya no musua ta buga ne tricks ni sa nyoma abon dem eni nyoma na ya no mo ye no ena mo se o person nsaka tumi na manyoko nsaka tumi ono ankasa individual bia o nsaka tumi binti no okwa ase ho na sabi mpeduasa wa hyase edi rimu kata se de proya ne nyoma nkiti bia ebetimi aboa no ama tumi ababedi nisa out of the election. And you know, so say niaba bedroom na you free be monkey see, monkey do. And it's a polling station. Abon se mo page aye. Na omo ntimi anhwa atrete no esoro fo na mafom amekasa antene ne se. The court na ya de bone enti dia ye twam ye trotu din ye tofoforo no mo ye nhwe han na so mo de to aso bedru coordinator. The same way omo mafia wo polling station no. It is the same trend and about happening with coordinatorship. Meaning the makeup no. Obi asabi open to me be at the MPship at that level. Open to me be what constituency chairman. Obutimi edisika ene katase ye ene nyoma bi buli omu we ebo bo ni papiano e de omu ta wurewuremu e ma sabe de enke wo se obeye coordinator ne nsanka. De wo se nko no be ye constituency chairman ne nsanka. There was on a secretary, named Sanka, and Chedru Retina, monkey see, monkey do, net was so quota, because Omo Ancasamuno, party Nancasado, ye will be Maya, your friend, your friend at Dadium, and no car almost a yana and young crepet, make cut or say the crepa. Ye were trained to woman and Crophobia or my retire, or more interest will who become constituency chairman, because only interest is our the MPB back. And in MP no urban there, I was so new set of people because the other constituency chairman area or to on any quadrant crow. It's the end of the year to know, near way, it's a bedroom MP no, yet influence. And nothing else I will say though. I will question back on Buameno. My any debris, Mr. Saman 40 years, what goes into the soup of the constituency politics, regional politics now, 77 previous time. And my produce the kind of leadership, you produce, you produce, we have any other on your good leader. Now, where they are no motomano, amanfo adwen maa so ɛwɔ nneɛma sɛbesɛbe maame na ɔyɛ nkwan no sɛnea otwitwa aligye ne sɛnea wɔsi steam nam no sɛnea ɔyɛ yɛ ɛno ne the outcome of the soup a ɛyɛ na yɛ sɛbo ɛde bɛsi table no so yɛtufa yɛ huni mu a yɛsi maame ne nkwan yɛ dɛ nkwan wɔ edi ɛnyɛ dɛ ne na obusa mi a ɛkwan a metumi abɔ no tɔfa kakraa bi ama me nkɔyɛ sɛbesɛbe theory sɛm a ɛbɛma wate aseɛ no
ansana megya akwa mu akɔ no penisi se kwesi da be da chance free me da anwumre NPP are having this issue during a police station election. Constituency or having issue. Regional, so issues here they are echoes. From region in some more national. What kind of election process being expected from the outcome of the various elections or my already know? Then you share any move for a more national election. From national they'll be going forward ahead to elect a flag bearer. And also so then you share any move after flag bearer no the bigger picture no 2024 and also then you share any move you share say the NPP before I shall set to ammonia masses here.
Already, me need the master's question will be coming. That's the PhD is now better material you mount there.
Yeah, per se unim dia per se you bibi.
You see. Yes, question obisa unim kama pa because ubisa udi busa if we say me bo nneema bi se kire me ne wo kasa no say yegina mfimfini ye bet my projection we can see ahead that we say the uduru ade 50% ya u bet me hu ahon de hu say foundation am built from 10%, 20%, 30%, and you bet 50. No, when one year me sabe kate, me kai say yeah master's program yes stratano sit down exam and then 50%, and then what we call group assignment 25%, personal assignment 25%. Three in your degree too. And the uya ba ko put me the uya project in Yenko State MPP no pare pa na make an elect. Me obi onim se Dr. Yamu Akasa na non perform. Asama me katre only mo record to work. Nothing will change. I am telling you, I'm confident. And I'm not laying emphasis on me you say and I'm a prophet and I'm no, but I am giving you the exact thing that will happen based on what we have received from the polling station to the regional level this afternoon, what I've been following and what is happening and what can happen at the national election for the chairmanship and all those things to the flag bearers. This is what will happen. At this regional thing, what is going to happen is that they will try to enforce that Omubetimi are maintaining crophobia, Omubetimi are champion the cause of Dr. Baumia, His Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. And you won't confess almost Namwa, almost every year, Martin, Hofua, or Muslim, be a normal position where you MP, be a no GC, MCEB, be a no you be on a system. When you power on Akumu say the tradition of the MPP goes for Honorable Alan Trematin, but because there's power and there's fear, and that's fear to the leadership or who they see anything or Tebukude, almost to make sure that whoever controls the region in terms of chairmanship and in terms of secretary and all the basic one, which is the woman organizer, stand up for me and say any youth organizer, you can sway the rest of the region to your flag bearership, what do you call it, agenda. Okay. Scenario be say but out of the elections the results rating, it will set a tone to the national level. But at the national level, I know for sure this incumbent, they will lose. They should mark my word. This incumbent, MPP national executive, mark my word. I will go and revise my notes. Maybe my data analysis and interpretation, or maybe my case study was not enough to validate whatever that I'm telling you. I will go back and learn again. And then once that thing happens, people will do whatever it takes to make sure that His Excellency Dr. Baumia will be the flag bearer. But mark it on the wall. Mark it on the wall. Alan will emerge as the flag bearer of MPP based on the happenings up to the regional level. There's more to this. In future, let's let you why I'm giving you this a roadmap. Manuati.
You're right, yeah, that's it. What's one was in maybe some you crowd and see the meeting is but said okay, what's some okay? You're Christian in to be live on social media. We are live on Original TV, we are live on Original FM. Eti akone se nyina so no etiefu eti ye kepi ebrado so e besa bo wan kasa won sem no nkom hye de akiro
Botire me pa na menya kompetency.
Okay. Yeah, that's papa. Yura Isaac Yamwa or a government expert when me e wo ye abato na se amamu hu no etimi akire nsemu no. Ade ba ko ama peke from a ye share nkomotwetwe ase be si mabese aduase ni. When Asabia e kasa no make reference to Dr. Baumia impact enya effect about the whole thing na ekoso ewo NPP mu. Wanabo Atabwa disusu repeat. Yera Isaac disusu repeat. Yera National coordinator former national coordinator no o make reference one year specific but what say any maybe a course NPP defeat in the past you have seen some can say the same scenario and event happen. Now let's come back. Nisha se free Asabia ho.
Right, Sammy.
Dr. Muhammad Baumia Alan Martin as we speak himself from a region. They will be going for a national congress and never to abide national executive. You move here now, if you almost have a TD to then they go for a flag bearership election. But it seems like these two personalities, or more present is having a very huge impact about whatever is a course. Oh, said the SIC course, said the Mibusa opinion, said the AC Koya, said your more two or more pan air Koya, or more two they could break it the 8, and I say 80 be break home.
Well, me experts. I'm a journalist. Would we need to form? Now would say a form of what they are. Breaking the 8 by a dear my MPP. As we sit today. As we sit today, breaking the 8 a very difficult at the ama MPP for. But because politics there, anything can happen. Even the last minute, anything can happen. But as we sit here, from my own perspective, to form from 2020 elections, and I who say it is not well with the NPP party. You don't need a soothsayer who in here a governance expert. You don't need a political analyst to tell you. From 2020, we realize that all is not well with the party. But as a political party, they will cover up, they will give us excuses, they will give us data. No more can come broad for us. But even within the rank and file of the party, they know say it is not well with the party. And I said, I'm best start our constituency in the polling station. Because the Baumia Alan factor no, a huge on the party, on the elections also. And then you polling station. Constituency, and I'm saying this regional election, I will not be surprised. There are some people I mean say,
okay.
There are some people must stand there. I know where they belong. The people belonging to Baumia, people belonging to Alan. So Oma Nkwa, are you start to almost baby more? Honestly. But before me do this, honorable can be about say mafia no but you see this mafiaism there by your politics as your diatum it's not good, it's not the best by your diatum say assume see na eko pacho jina na ye fa no na we wa dwene say there be me de meko then na mafia na ye den a start when no mo disika beshem when no mo de
Oma abuano na so ye ne say ne bon.
Of course, mafiaism there, and yet the best in politics, but ya bedia to say it's part. Cash inflows, then I say this weekend is the cash flow for delegates. It's a wow, we delegates. I want to take advantage of this weekend. I'm sorry, you have to wait to the national elections because it can be cool. Or because the one delegate one iPhone 13, iPhone 13, say it's can dedicate no so will be a iPhone 13 say it is kind of there a become and the Baumia Alan Chairman factor no we know that presidential aspirant in Yabaso obi to Dr. Koto Free Yabaso obi to Dr. Richard Anadia but omo nyina no even kwa ohene Canada here Japan kwa so no so e den kwa so beto dwa last week so no so oba but the major contenders Baumia and Alan Chairman and it is having effects on the election. This started with the polling station, a Koswaba constituency, Abaswa to this regional. At the end of the day today, you know the kind of regional executives the NPP will win. Now you'll be aware where the politics that Chile Achakakra, Ube who say this regional executives, and as a regional election will reflect on the national election. And the national election will tell us who will be the flag bearer
and
of
who
the
will
NPP.
be the flag bearer also determined.
We don't even need to go for the flag bearership election. This regional election and the national election, national executive election, me who the outcome, I will know who will lead the party.
Before I make our more we've made mention making reference to a general secretary of the party, which is John Boadu. Right. John Boadu used to be my good friend, but minim so But John Boadu is just one element of the party. We have the whole national chairman, we have youth organizer, we have women organizer, we have various executives. So why John Boadu? Now, say, who did John Boadu sing? The rest of the executives are more managing the party in this year. How do you see their performance?
So also because the current executives, the incumbent executives, me to me, as a NPP ni party, I would do party now. As some you in free, because as our cultural exams, now results in the buy, I mean, election and the additional executives no, oh my idea, and I say, oh my idea. There are other factors I'm paying for to media home. Say, let's say, party now for 8 years. Already, no Ghana for your mentality, most of our mentality, after 8 years, let's give another party a chance. And also a factor.
In switch it to me,
so after 8 years, let's give another party a chance. And we a factor, it's me boy a party in opposition to win election. It's therefore they said this year, and now doing 8 years, almost breaking the 8. But me to me, it will be very difficult. So I'm breaking 8, because Ghana for him say I'm out 2 terms. When to me, I then yet 3 terms, I will share my. So we'll let you go and bring another people or another set of politicians in to man the affairs of the country and also. But I'm saying, sir, as executives of the party, national executives of the party, I'm lead the party in India, and never be why it's a no. Like, look at the numbers in Parliament, Sammy. Because they can turn a share one. I am ma, Bibia womb, a dawson. I timid the boom, my Emerald say also for Cantanoma or Bifufra. Yet the Ubejama or Bifufra can tell BB.
Okay.
BB. So, this, I mean, anytime I get the opportunities, I'm interview NPP and paying for piano. This almost say, I say, party no almost we make Emma out and make her say party the current executives no album omo anya de and also can my ama rank and file party no omo di yaw because say ye di kan for na anya de na say ye call after election bia na hope say honorable wa ha after election bia no me di say political party bia no ekokukuamu ekohwe de ye ye for your review it no asach sabutima rank and file
NPP set up that committee to review.
But have you been almost me about openly abegina simply so aka say ya anya de. I spoke to the communication director Honorable Babina Samwa, like one-on-one interview. People say, I don't know want to me make up plainly today. Our party say, yes, we failed. We apologize. Give us another chance. But almost to me make a Sanchez party no, and ye fairly, and ye okay, and your party executive kwane fairly ye, and ye unsua, a sanka, unkojina independent, now also call independent no fail as a party executive. So me may nika cho be call independent, then mammy call independent. Now me call independent, no then I will fry me catch me. So why you post and say who call independent are quay, who call court are quay. Then remember the rank and file unit abomo. So I'm happy say 2022 the party that it more about to say young be asem wo fie me my young court as a some sense of I mean what happened in 2020 no have been effect almost to me just that they don't want to come out open. They should come out open and say that this current executive failing, and I'll be surprised if the rank and file the delegates of NPP disikechi Edi iPhone echi, Edi promise echi, evotuma this current executives, including John Boadu, I don't know yet the chief scribe of the party.
Akosia Sabias many Central original TV, ono, and ono ate John Boadu, and on the island they say call by or say co Israel. The co Israel, see, Enemies are not God.
No. Where your enemies? Where
John.
Where your reality? That's the reality. Your enemies.
Mami ko yewra laku ho. Tomboado ade ne bobo ba nyina no wo hwe de ekoso ewo polling station election during polling station election. The course during constituency election and the course regional election now. It gives you some fair idea what could possibly happen during a NPP national election. But Ubia blame the current executives of the party. Says the Nema Esimko, which opinion and Kasa no make assertion towards to that. As Abia so make it, Sansunira at Tabodi so I make it the same thing. At the end of the current executives, I man and TNA at the NPP issue ever, especially the issue with the album. No, is it deliberate attempt to disenfranchise and xenophobia, and also to give some other candidate to be on undue advantage over their opponent?
That's it, Minia. Let me say, I also know. Yankasa crowd Mitiano. I am 2 times. As a former national officer. I am 2 times. And I'm just saying, you see, mistakes don't start from police station. Besides identity. Because constituency executives don't want to omo person mo call re-election. Omo soon me say, omo am bomb mo money wo constituency mo. But on person obe call. Obe so that's all. Until definitely. Instead of your regional person be on super supervise that constituency no so no. Ono super person sa call region be on nia constituency executives the person omo ye no. O ye ma wo mo no. Enu ono super di akire ahwe na wa ya ma omo. Nti obekọ police station electoral area people be down electoral area and akwan fifi electoral area before obekọ no e dey na as a regional rep no oni constituency ni bi na ebekọ oh anu nkofo bi o anu mo difficult nti ekwa nti ohun tumi ba baby omu announce omu ba no pick point ni pa ba ko mienu miensa 5 years ya election wi enu na di confusion ba but you need to let them know say that say no you be ba election but the member police station no na from nkofo no ma di ka from mumbra o e ba na obi enu a be election na ekọ nti say sadie we start here na say o kini party no e wo police station because sani pa no a o yi ni film no wadi yaw and our constituency no untumi mbambe call house to house and it na create police station and an electoral area no otumi take care of about 5 or 6 police station e shena say it is ukoye sa mafia no ho no ma na waja problem ama wo mu uko baby o inte start wo ho no ma na je say nipa na ya yi na fi yaw no obe start ya say party no edi oh we ya mom ska say wo na the propaganda to na asay bibia inte start from police station na aba constituency constituency no so nipa no nim say onye ade o but opeso san ko bio nti minim na say be 1 month 2 months you know we were all the system no so asema make I say yenyi from constituency region national in film
mon clear o nyina
thank you because the reason why me kasa no yes na and the unity ebeba party no also catch said there is no unity in the party.
Don't you also think said a governance expert in Asabia Kai and it's like Baumia Alanche Martin so fact tane wedge so a fully influence on whatever is happening.
And the factor. Sadly we know. I see I want 98. Your coach Sunyani call you Mampeni Kufo. Not only Mampeni Akufado ne koe. But Kufo penetrate here. Edi Kofechi ekopom mucho because ya 2 election every e na ya obe bank of say Kufo win but onu ya anya mafia ye to aba no ye kasa che nkofo say Kufo ko 96 nti mu man fa no ko 2000 obetumi afa obetumi win nti Kufo bi northern region for no etie ye satam na regional chairman ye COP current regional organizer ne papa COP ono na regional chairman nti northern region for no ba no those that now pen form department said Kufo cut 2000 but nana echi for no ebufu ye but kasachire Kufo dio mochi okom fie kopom cho na e win election nti anya Kufo faction and Akufado faction after Kufo win you know first people Oma executive Oma cabinet minister no e Akufo-Addo nkofo nkwa wan fa ne nkofo ba kwam first 12 ne Akufo-Addo nkofo nkwa President Akufo-Addo Akpano Usuajima Osafo Mafu Felix Osuajepon these are people who are loyal to President Akufo-Addo Bakufo unity woman from there nti anya faction baby a faction by after 2007 you call Legon and enya Alanchemati any Nana Akufo-Addo enu na agina wa say Akufo-Addo President Akufo-Addo no His Excellency Oko nti yanyandu baby awo it was on say yanya na Alan any baumia enu so a edi beba
sure
what you say
sure
because enu ni ade to say managing ye say person breaking the 8 no a nti sa national election ye kono untumi nka chem say Alan Chemati ni me ami bra Dr. Baumia no omunya interest they have interest from the police station right from constituency because presidential election no dudu no ankasa na omukotunu dosu si constituency ni region ni national a police station because of extension na no nti definitely no they have interest nti interest na we police station aba constituency we a afa de e hono be ade check in note say police station nipa dudu ose na ewo e be Ashanti region yetumi nya 46 and 40 constituency nipa we na ma boy o ma share boss say o metwa o me adwuma man ansa na wa ba constituency wa check it we obi a check in note say region or 20 constituencies or 5 there on body homody and sana eba region for no so na be supervise constituencies no nti region no so nipa na interest e obenya ne nipa bia obetumi aye aye adwuma ama no and sana wa ba national ho na attitude nti so hwe de bia e wo no a obon say terrain no ba because presidential candidate bia no our interest who should be the national chairman or the general secretary
of the party.
Okay. Me pesa me kawa de kitwa bi. Ye time no under Obichebilanta demonstration no. Ye di down top down approach bi eba. Enu na me ami boss Obichebilanta ka say sa anye ye dia ene on contest.
Ye ba me twa ho ne nto ade mra sisia ye ba eye top to down bottom ayab top to bottom approach no ye be hwede etue mo onabo eye Timothy Atabodi susu ewa ha nti ye ntwe ho ne nto ade mra sisia ba ye gusu a enche enim se results no be sha say AP because elections ni ade a voting na sha sia ekoso nti twa me nto ade mra sisia Obusia for yes amo akwaba bio famra original TV so we ka so share live original TV so original FM 91.9 also so ofolo e hono ma wote de ekoso nyina NPP abato ekoso yi empenyufo de bedia manyokone ne mantam dunsia ne nyina no ho ama ne bo de etofom bia ne bemo aso atimi atesanso social media handles no ko original TV original FM Facebook pages ahodo nyina so betima follow ho no ho de ekoso ye ka say elections na voting na hyase a ekoso ogusua eto aba mantam ne bi ho no mo a omode eto omode enra ebeti se Bonu East the incumbent chairman no wato aba de etena wayi wi foforo pa na ne apato no dodo no ani wasante mantam titiro ne chama wontumi aka chama patai na essential for so ho no mo a de ko be no me ne ukase bibi so koso e wo Greater Accra nti yenko trade fair ho na abato ne ekoso yenua KB oyen centro ni nyako e wo ho no ma yenhwe de ekoso KB utimi nka me mo ha
Meji uso about trade fair.
Na trade fair to say atmosphere.
Yo, I butu pa sanya yenyina yi ni mu no. Sambri dia ube pie mo trade fair osono kokuko amayoku NPP amayoku no. Won ahyenso de na edi ahin e wo ha. Ni nyina ne se omabato sonko a omayiye de atuo se nne se omutumi eto no. Bibia ekoso kama ma yenhya ase bambo ensemu ubepie mu ewa ha efi main gate edeba inside bebia to abana nkasa no a politifuo abbo ha ma bi empo ekwan a obefa so de awura mu kura mpo main entrance no kura mpo no taxi wuram just say bia private car we moto nso ani a stop o bibia de na kwan mu na fe oba ni mu na oba wa ni mu ani obehu event billboard na fe so ashenso de kire candidate na omu ejina nibi eno na ya finalize diaba na every candidate bia oba na fe delegate bia nso a oba nso no necessary ashenso de no awafa na fade bia kama na yete ada constituencies a ewo Greater Accra nyina atumi aba na wura mu na oba bia yen eto aba na chese bibia de na kwan mu ya mount bia yeto aba no mienu enti ama abato na content o sha nifa so e wa hasi no abato no ebi ekoso ho na afa ebenkun so ha so no ebi so ekoso ha na obakora won a omo endu omo so no maje omakonwa na omo atena bibia ehwese bibia be ko kama delegate dudu osai nyako delegate dudu osai na eto aba ne se the delegate ne de afa na omo panyina odi anim na nkasa ohwe na odi figures no dia man tisi enti na fe na ye gada nia manti no ye guso aye aduma de enche me sabeka na me de no no e de atwamu e de amawo enti se de bibia etimi ekoso na ye ne chairman dollar etimi di nkomo kaka na o se ohwe anim chairman dollar ya meken Madina eho na odi ne nkoya ohwe se ta fe de onu so betimi agina mu awo Greater Accra no enti no ye na di nkomo chese ordinary to fam na to hwese ne atmosphere na ekwa na ade a obetumi adinku ni mitimi ka sai de bibia gu na kwan mu a ye wa atwemie mu a zentrofo o man ya ba bia tena ye hwese bibia betumi akwanti no nkobo be ye no num akwati no ifia de na ye hu ba bia sunsan ede bode ho no ebetumi akoto
MPP edu delegate conference as congress bi say a obehwe na ja candidate aspirant omo crofo agent na machire na ja the envelope near the man crofo entoma fridge ni TV ne kaka ho muko fre kosu anopa besi se a ekase e mahu bibi sa ekoso
and ye te say is a job for the air so okra no we no ye buy no when ni mu gina ho pe near the delegate e bi is supply 1,500 na ebi nso dey 2,000 na say onipa no wode man out mi bie so on ani
nyako nyabote ne cheche nsemu wosi wani tuamu na yede ma ede ne yede ma
na se buamu ade no se ansa na ebinum chese me ni delegate mi bi di nkomo chese se na ye omkoko na atumi aso nti se nipa no o to aba ma no na se wanje na ansa na obesen ahia ni bio na se 4 years ansa na obesen ahia ni bio na nyame anya wadom na ne awode kakra obedi no wanje no nkwakonya dibre na nya de obesen ahia ni bio nti be se ne tibia se utumi di ansa na se ne obewini o se obelusu e ne se oje no ene nessa on so tumi anya o chefa no nti no delegate ye no in fact wo mu no na
na che say we no ensa enya kukua mu asem biom isra I no matter
they say I no matter o beba na obi wo ho abu say ayi constituency ba ko o mayi panyin oda no na che say wakan o mu nyina na wakoje dia hye ayi mu na eja ona nkata na ote ho na bag no itini nchen nti eja o mu pia na o ma hu se ne o mbeche envelope bia obi adi wa chi pepe enti we ne de enya de foforo mehu eja o hwe sen zan kra enya de awde wom nti eja
na o hwe envelope no a candidate aspirant o mo contest envelope said de ekoya wan na ni de mu oduru pa
o hwe ebi ni mo de no ebi na mu 2000 ebi na mu 3000
2000 per constituency or 2000 per head per delegate.
Oh, ebi ni mo 1005 2000 no ni ade a me di mani e de
2005 now can ye de ma bia o constituency we mo bass na mo ba mu die ni anasa delegate bia ye ma ni 2005
so ni esi aye no se wow position ni so a wo hwe se dachi okodi chairman ase bia tisa na ho so no akonwa ni mu yeduru no wona utika wo soro
de me kire ni say nyako timasi de me pese me kire ni say se pempi omu de sika ne ma delegate no a omu tumi che o bi a delegate bia oto aba bia no ebi 100 20 na de ama wo che se sika na ebeba sisi a na bi tua 2000 bi tua 1005 mi bi sase 1005 ni 2000 no omu tua de ma candidate ba ku bia anaso omu de ma omu as a group se mo nkoche.
Yes, according to baby na mimi gina na onipa na ne de na ne saka na o say ni o de amu bia 2000 na shemiti sa wo de anso a na ese nipa na wa ma nanso mimi gina ho na ye de emma nipa no ene ne nkrofo ne ade nyom di pi abonten enti we ne de mi ma hu anenso we wo kwa ko twi fun aka ko so kwa ko twa wa so be ye hye enti ese se mi bu mani gu so na emom mi trimu mo na ese bi kipi bu mi tim na ese mi hu ana matumi akabi enti we na ya de aye hu kra ma o mo tino ye wa twenye mu ne o ha bia ne be to fam bia so no ye be ma ye original ye tiefo nyina ye den
o hwe ni pa ato aba no mo di santim kwa akoto a percentage
do be se na se ya dodo no ato meka se dodo no ato o hwe se ya time aboye a o hwe nipa aka na dodo no ato na o hwe ewa ya ye ne row by row ye ball constituency a on be gina platforms na ye ball constituency na won o constituency for ni nyina constituency from yi so na ye se mu nyina mu delay ne so pepepe ni a hye se mato awie na ma akwatena mba bi ni asan abo different constituency no nso aba na wa beto
na ekra beja akwa ma akwa na chiri asaba no ambulance wo ho
ese na misi kan no eye ambulance bebre tisi ha na afi police escort ni ade nyina police escort ni ade ni police ko no mo van ni ade ni namu sani obi nim na kwa kodi nsehunu a na so ebe ye
me kwa da nya ho enya obi okodi nsehunu ami a chiri na mom se de ekrofo tuetue na se vote ye sha se ye county sesi a sorting cost na boso obi dia pile no obi dia ofom a ekrofo ta collapse anytime se ambulance
ye sha se ne de obi ani ade ne ho na emom ba bia eho ne be ye hye kakra no eye bra ye be sha se ye kan na ye kan no eho no na eye na confusion kakra ewo na obi mo ha honto ansa na mekokora no ne yetini se obepie mu ha imiane ne yi ene ya brande ho NPP ene aduane no access ne kora na esihu a na ese ya brande ho na mu nkonwa no masala na mote ho na eja motutu bia
na brande no ye aspirant na brande in their name with their posters or MPP as a party
aduane na ye de ma kora no ye de yi ye friend delegate and your original no
candidate
contestant make can say yes candidate na original me picture ebo ho na che say oji aduane na wan hu say SMS na di aduane ma mi say mi hu ni mobo say mi hu ni mobo enti yegusu wa ko ti say bibia be ko na wiye
nya kumoni amade boda wo ho de be si bia no pusu ahoma ne ahwefo so enche de ekoso
mate
yes em tro ni eye KB nyako trade fair ho na ya ka say greater Accra Nkramantam habato no ho na e koso na mfoni bi no chese bibia agu na kwambambo egu da na kwamu tote sa susu na ye atreche boabo ye ambulance service almost so e wo ho hwese bibia betumi esi because election dey we no dey na ye titi ho ye nya wie na ye sha say ye sorting na e koso sometimes ye nkan po ye be yi obi e dey be groupi ebe wie no bo so bi ballot papers no bi dey hippie no bi se dey of for no sa no beti akire okum na so bi eko ma memra studio na me abedwafo nto aso abedwafo me saba makwa ba biom yemi Benjamin de wa join us aben bokode
yenia
belated happy birthday.
Thank you.
And as we said the crofo celebrate you
the BBS say
we do birthday no behind of crofo so kupa hey be did
and brebi anyoma atwemu na adebonyefo bi edikusie na ndro mu yipie
no they buy near the boy near the air no so
oh say enije de ho enije de ho
anyway mame ko honorable ataboa di homiar masa aba ho honorable yento asufra bi ende ye no baumia alanchematin factor ekoso free say since 2020 MPP winning we see 2021 be seen no Minka Kura NPP as a party through their General Secretary John Boadu, I issue caution to party executives, especially Baumia Alanchamantin supporters, they said they should desist. A brand to some mobile campaign, BBR, Air Cost, Nina, Omode Kwashomo. But to share Enyama is like the national executives of the current executives of NPP, no, Elusu control because of these two giant elements or more person more contested. A corporate air flag bearer. If that's the case, why should we blame the current executives? Because you know, say this process coming beyond
them. And she blamed the current executive, national executive in particular. I must me blame them because look, they're a weak executive. Look at from the party chairman down to the secretary. Party chairman Fred Blaze, and Tenan Campobium, when Timin Casampo. Okasa because near be she minimum be ante di okasa. Like there are some things making noise in there. Oh, don't even know what he says. He has completely resigned to his private business. And remember, this was a man who played to buy cars for the constituencies to make money for themselves.
One constituency, one bus.
One constituency, one bus. As we add now, no constituency, one bus. You have deceived the entire NPP party and the whole country in addition. On the mature no. John Boadu and Co. What did they do in the election? Share? This government pumped the COVID funds over $6 billion into elections. And the disappointment with all that money pumping into it, John Mama has 6 million votes. They have 6 million votes. Into she the president, Papa. What was that? Now, Baumia and Alliance factor is coming deadlier because because of the support of the Flaster House, and they are two Baumia Chino. And there are other people who say Baumia winner, it means it's a continuation of Akufo-Addo's administration, even though he will not be on the ballot box. But winner, which means Owabe Kava and Nema Omanye, and he's the only one who can defend them. Beyond that, even there are MPP members who feel that Akufo-Addo administration has not been fair to them. And as a result, that gang of people should go and let a new fellow come. So they also say, only to win election, they can also have fair share of the power. You know, that issue has divided them sharply. Very sharp. And you know, we kind from the beginning say, from when we share the time the DCs, we including regional ministers, were all tailored towards the support for Mahomia. We share every project. Unse a basem panka say Baumia kasa about economy in 11 no so ankasa odwana akote e wo digital echi at the continent man for have advised him that we pay in edino and kasa nem because anema no hete the voter feeling. So now because it's now been put in the limelight to contest, that is the issue. And let me tell you, it's going to be bloody. When you are look, after today's election, they will know how many Baumia faction will know how many of our regional executive are targeting our winning. How many of this that we are targeting that has won? Remember, there are some MPs who have MPs be kokutu Baumia name a bunkutu a pledge. Some of them support Bema friends Baumia, and they promised them to give them positions, and they never did. Understand those MPs no more bofu. Can you see what is happening? Even the MPs themselves, and what yes, Anna. The show me more. But you miscalculate and say that all the MPs or government appointees are for what? Are for Baumia. Come on, our Baumia and my pledge your support. So that you give them positions and you haven't given them. Those people are part of the Baumia people, which Baumia doesn't know. His people does not know. So if Baumia is losing, because all those people, they are going to say that, look, if Baumia is still there, it's a continuation of the old regime. And I wish it has also led to the manipulation of the voter
register.
The register, all to skew it towards Baumia. But you see, MPP, they have forgotten of something. Their defeat in the 2020 election now, it was as a result of Sanyaman Kitinkiti and the Mam, yes, a colossal defeat. This constituency, this regional people are complaining. Some are going to court because they feel that you media free money. What calculate Sanyaman is big. If you calculate the delegates, I almost say you name, they've replaced the voter register and they cannot vote. That is a negative chances for the NPP. What was that? Today, as we sit and we are talking, look, there's tension. Government cannot work until this regional executive elections is over. Government cannot concentrate. What was that? Because almost share one about the elections and one about me and so on. So this delegate election, and the manipulation and the intimidation. National executive. Look at you, John Bodu. If your government, the people of Ghana are to Abamam, say you are talking about break the 8. Are you not insulting the people who voted for you?
National executives, it's their responsibility to make sure that the parties
talk ways for serial callers. Talk ways for it doesn't come from the general secretary's man. When there were serious issues of e-levy, there were serious issues of press freedom. He was talking about breaking the
officially government official.
No,
it's not part of the
you
government.
don't understand. So are you telling a cabinet meeting, the party chairman is sitting there?
So John Boadu Echo cabinet meeting on behalf of the party, not because say because your minister said they are more on Kahon. And the John Boadu interest is to see MPP retain power.
The American yes. So why would you join people to say break the 8 when there were serious issues that would stop you from breaking the 8?
But the break the 8 is the MPP mantra.
It may catch how incompetent they've become in their positions. If it is their mantra and then the small boys are saying, don't join them because you are like, look at the way Asirin Ketia behaves. We share elections now. I told them earlier, join them. I say, the biggest mistake MPP made was to vote Chairman Wuntumi as the regional chairman.
But Chairman Wuntumi, I will need.
When we need she, look,
we are sure.
What did Chairman Wuntumi add to the Asante regional team win? What add apart from insults? Apart from about no did amount for them, no about no the gold, no the chains, no the about 2 TVs. So what maturity did he bring? When you come about Darocha, and I told you here that if you look at political parties, we started political parties with Kromhanmu. We were not going for kids, kindergarten, like your friend is saying, Chairman, to be serious people. And the serious party executive won't make Marco even behind to negotiate with the opposition to support a government policy. Behind our MPs, no, I negotiate.
Major Boadu can only
they can. Who is a caricature?
Former Deputy Speaker of Parliament cannot.
Freddie Blaze, even the West. Because why an MP that wasn't a Deputy Speaker of Parliament? You should bring more onto the scene. But Freddie Blair used the position to amass wealth for himself and to perpetuate his wealth as against the teeming numbers of foot soldiers in the NPP. those days no so for constituency chairman for constituency secretary omo yan amanfo omo abrom ho aye adwuma wo krom maybe they are senior civil servant so a local man mpona he is a local man wo domo no ho intino aya ofasa ne pano be party leadership na he can bring more people onto the scene chairman untimi dey nipa no dey about this apart from insults and displaying of arrogance pride
is NDC praying say Chamawun to me be lose because it's like Chamawun to me
Chamawun to me lose boy because boy it dey found and to me Chamawun to me and that's what our only problem that the NDC has got is to talk to the electorate where our target is not MPP our target is the electorate so yeah baby now be focused on winning the vote for not MPP. What is our MPP target for? Apart from we attacking their policies and bringing out the incompetence. Because MPP ni on to about my the target here. A month for almost chiro mo krom hanma, almost sorrow mo timin to the other bano. That is our target, and that is what we want to take. Not we won't follow an incompetent government into the ditch and leave our major work. Our major work is to get our party people registered and to put the party soundly and to go out there and sell our manifesto and our policy to the teeming number of people who vote and not to any MPP fellow. In fact, almost a yardstick for measuring what we should do and we are not looking at them. They are not a yardstick. With the Ghanaian people, they've tested them. They've seen that they say that empty barrels make noise. They are the same people. So we know their strategy, and I'll be surprised if our people are targeting them. We should target them, and that is what we are doing. We have a strategy. Intermediate, this MPP election is not going to break it. It's going to rather crack the MPP, break the MPP into pieces, and they will need heavy doses of chemotherapy to be able to bring the MPP back together. They would have
Honorable Timothy Atavwadi, and so we are about to go to the MPP at the Pansam. Sana Sumuna, we share live on Facebook. No, over to me and send in your comments. Maybe I will be our minute because we are delegate in our follow proceedings. You know, our your social media handles. I bet me who the air course because of share live original TV. You know, original FM 91.9 and so for media live. We could Facebook original TV, original FM now Facebook. Obet ma follow hoso ma etimi ayeye mami engeji yenu Benjamin Suma ono na epeni kwachire for edida so ye Shaba sorry there Ghana executive director akwaba
yeah
apomi ade
akopon do na fam there
e de rade as papa enura na MPP regional executive election no sha se e course wa me no ka say a reporter your reporters on the ground there bunches voting ade e course we him say any moment from now they will start sorting and then the counting will continue. What is your general view about the process so far?
Yo, Hunter, that's me chia for ne yashafo mo original FM ni edi kan yemi ahoahoa say Ghana ye democracy no ye political parties are edi mo tenteban no omo etomu esi wo say omo use democratic process kasem ede eyi omo regional executives anaso omo mbeda omo enim obedi omo enim origin DM intini MPP eye it is a further contribution to Ghana's democracy intimi bo omo abaso ebiom yente se tu atototo ma ni pe wu ni ade ana atwese kan ma ni pe prepare ni ade intino so bo omo abaso the mom there are few issues are mewo. And I pay now more Metro TV, my sister station, and a tutor wa a sunset accreditation accreditation card a bimenya. Our person change on person more call program no call event ornament no. They police folk go on ma be atutuma about adia pamo the panefi ornament. It's unfortunate say it do that level. Now, it's to say you find a solution. Is say the accreditation card that you the man for the core delegate conference, congresses, you know. In this idea sumasidwa, and I say you did sumasidwa kukumu edwadie. I say you clear. Why no why na efata say even though onye delegate no yetumi ma no accreditation card ni bi na oba center ho it must be so clear and this say ade a mentime ho ase wontu etumi ba ho eye fair to our democracy bad na esi wo wa no bad onim obi wono ma say o me ye delegate na emo mi di candidate we echi me the supporter na because of sa candidates no or incumbent ebi or current regional organizer and our current regional secretary and our current regional chairman and bisa na eninti no wenya accreditation man the supporters e dey aba grants so tondom bojama ne hwahwa ne body din campaign man no nia onye incumbent no ono de onya accreditation card ne bi man the supporters intaba the sana the supporters ne gina chire no mu se omunuanom a omoso nye delegate no na emom omudi incumbent chairman and incumbent executive echi no ya ma omokwa ma omawure mu eba ne sa e de ni bre baba eni nti na de eni bre ba na pay ewo wa omoye so mu pushi akọ inside the police for court to ewo wa very unfortunate NPP a party that believes in democracy, a party that was founded on the principles of democracy cannot continue this way. And this MPP so about say egbu MPP mpanimfo ete party no enimtia especially omo baby ko asese na ne bai na mo ka darocha mo ne ade edi darocha e ka Ghana embra omo tembra se e kiremra e wo university omo ko law school no a darocha di mo atente ban pa
na odi mo tenteman
no di mo tenteman pa asa onya no baby ko what you say you know and he's a former in fact he's the founding chairman of NPP yet MPP no that wrote a science as chairman you know say e bedu ne say ya na emu orem what you say emfata na onto ebio antimwa abeye very big fitiendra besin there delegate register na amu use no there has been an attempt in Brofika like I said to rig the election. Say Tescom Embra say Tescom for esomunya representative and as someone anemisini ewo congress na sa conference na say non to abama Tescom. Tescom MPP mebu no more universities near the adiku ya do ase. Now Tescom president ewo regions ni mu Volta region, Asante region, North region. Eka bomu be press conference say. Me a Tescom president. Me also a Tescom president. Where's your Tescom president? Ye any ye Tescom nenim ewo ye school mu. And so album na ye beto aba yes ye di nim. Na mom yakofa binumu a empo onye student o.
Can you imagine?
And ya be share register nemu.
Onye student.
Onye student.
Yakofa na be shema or represent Tescom.
Sir, only Tescom anam sini beto aba.
Okay.
Obi won so a yakofa bi oye student. Ono even though okọ school de wo ho de. Na so Tescom kuo mpo onka ho ana omba meeting mpo onka ana so ono ese no onjina Tescom anam nkoto aba. Ebiom ese ebi wo so a oye Tescom member de ebi po executive. Na so ono na oye Tescom anam sini. Honto say ba original TV ha. Say pa original TV anam sini akọ ba sebe jemeni pa sebe jafo akokasa. Ye sign mo penny or original TV ho. Mo chief executive ana mo director. Ye sign no kofa sama honto so onko Adam sini.
Dabi jese bi ono no ma me kwaso o mintumi nkoko.
Exactement. I just a penny no Tescom president make I say me ho mfa me ana say me ninje say me tu kwan. Nti sade ya wo women organizer ana say wo secretary Kosima 9 ewo ho. Now so NPP party mo say mo di democracy di. Mo koto aba. Mo koyi Tescom representative Tescom na me sini no. Tescom president no crazy onim no. We di piaka. Ese krono ena obi pe abawo elections ni mu enti ena offer sa kwa we so entaye mesia fem Fitiana Indra metes asem me say the democratic credentials of the NPP is being ruined. Do you know who are doing this?
No.
Say they started from NUCS. National Union of Ghana Students. A one year Ghana, a politicians near the idea be a minor. What year today, who call NUCS elections are now register no ya reggae elections no ya reggae register no to make of omo school krada na de omo abese register no say omo no beto abama university bi they rig the process and say NUCS elections me sure say TB NUCS president ne ba akọ radio station TV ye bi say say delegates register na mo to aban in fact almost from electoral commissioner nipa do say na register no so ontumi in body onim ya beto aba ese ye hu register nipa dodo 100 and e beto aba we nipa edu fiscal school we wotwe efi school we enum efi school we na ya kekani na abone so ye na ye nipa no 100 eyo ha na eno no ye de no akoto aba. That makes election which must be free and transparent. So elections no enye free na emu nda ho enye elections. But the principles of democratic parties, NPP, and can say other one also on a party of intellectuals, party that is democratic, you know. And here who he? I'm Oko Ashanti Regencies here. Name Metro TV. Your friend won't be sad. I say, oh, on the motion that a president, no, but I so much what register no. General say president try demonstration omo protest omo bo kon say omo din ni register no so mokophobia be so wuntumi so oni motion sadia omo ko bisa election committee because on the other election committee sir wuni no say odi election committee nanim Asante regional minister and a chairman of election committee regional minister ya oye chairman of election committee
Simon Semensa.
Ojina wuntumi echi pampe abandonding pa de mano. Our election year omokwemu. Into chairman of election committee. Only wuntumi fit bosom twen one constituency. Or ye former MP. Ena wuntumi abwana be minister. Remember say NPP by 2017. Ekufo can say regional executives no mu na yi ni pa ba ko na ye ni regional minister. Enti no hu regional secretaries bi na regional chairman bi be ye regional ministers. Ocha Greater Accra ha regional chairman no and agency no be minister. Oko Central Regional hu regional secretary no be ye regional minister. Enti sa na Akufo do eye no. Odu Asante Regional utumi say me no me educate me school na nkwa enimu enti no ba menu anie mo fa ma menu ano. No njama na emu te say me na me ye regional minister.
Okay. Wuntumi na aso na edi ade.
What wuntumi na aso na edi ade enti wuntumi so gina nechi pampen se wuntumi enyi no boni aye. Ana wa ye no election committee chairman. Honto na nkan ye na enye wanwa. Say regional coordinating council RCC. Ehona na ese yemra meto MPP aba no.
How? It has never happened.
Delegate partisan elections, a partisan process. Most say to original administration block. Yami anko court endra. I'm a telephone call in Finkan anko Kumasia. Nanka say mensa. Kahona say anko to abano RCC. I didn't hear. Ya bebo. Ya friend man for say bebo. We will say ball no there. Yam bobo wu feature. Asema who catch opponent no osha omeba. So money what team they wanted that election at the RCC so that they can rig it.
Yeah.
What I say, the NPP party is now mastering the process of rigging elections. With all that we are seeing, one, register is being rigged. The venue for the election itself is being rigged. Appointment of people to manage the election, they are rigging it. So NPP, to rig elections, and that is for me is difficult.
Okay.
It's a difficult thing for me to swallow.
Okay.
Now, the American say, "You best strong about to unwin pepe. Yempe mintiman mintim ho asene ade ade wetim aka me too much ebema Ghana democracy ni bebenya because say obi efito sisia wo election process ya Ghana din and international media ebe say Ghana is democracy momembo Ghana democracy no ban NPP munjai sa election mu mafia wagadre nya de musua wo nukes embre so omo a John nya de they were part of nukes omo mbre no omo rege election process at nukes na ma perfect be doing there enti yes if mature to become general secretary sene regional party chairman ya de mumma suban papa bindedi mumma maturity bindedi na backward kind of democratic parties wey there that HUNTOR and so ni kwa.
Men kai ahwefo say original TV na guso ahwe sa so na utie live original FM 91.9 di akire regions ahodo na elections no koso no ye de titu ni asante mantem de koso nyina no brepam no ebetumi aba ye reporters wo grounds so kire say ye kase voting en chakra no ebeba na wie ye do so sorting from sorting ni ache say yabo ya can counting we are then declaration ye declare we are na afia hwe o mo besu no mo bedi ahuri say ya draw the curtain down it to me at the aba but yeah share another issue I'm still on a Alanche Martin Baumia factor on this election said the NMC called my miss uncle a yera laku honoma can we say Baumia Alanche Martin contest no we heard the a course so okay Mamen crossing over Sisiana the Yan Chelsea and General Secretary to my NPP na ye central ni amonkomo ke obi utimi ka memwa
same unia imano da kwini ke obi ente koma wa tweno kakra isima ko
mo be kwi ye ka say wugina he na dia na ekoso dia na betimi adiabo ya chefo
Kanun da die na the New Patriotic Party to Obaba a regional delegate conference. Now we executives for that party now. In the trade fair, so now they make a sign to the General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party. So don't have friend or advocate here. Yera John Bodo Asia, Senator Bekasa, there be some senior so far. West who to make it. It's the general card on a Bekasa. But so far, it's a summer come at General Magaba original offense. General, so far, your impression?
Oh, and it's okay. Let's enough for smoothly. There are a few places that we did it on our resolve. Almost it's coming to an end, and we will know the evidence now.
What shall my friends enthusiasm now? Especially delegates.
Oh, so yeah, first, you conference. Yenye jana eti wedio o se to lo prayer na nkuso omo no say no omo eti onwe ni ejo abonte. I think that is exciting.
And election is very critical going forward in 2024 elections. Which crop of executives are you looking for?
Well, I am looking for party for and so Obama omo ni mejuma o betina ye ejuma position omo hwehwe no omo ewo hu ni ye na omo wa hu brase a omo ne party for be ejuma we enye ni baba fun won ejuma nti omo wa abutre a omo wa hu brase eno na yes
the original from that I mean, the document General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party now, opinion about so far about to also they are too many PEFCON members for INEC Opuswa also to abano ashe yomu to training the youth organizer position of the Greater Accra no omo auto swaba na ya ready but so far so good. So don't know how I can. Who there? Do about what they are painting me. Maintain one thing mostly na hotel but na the end make us say you make it na
okay.
Now mamisha na ya mame Elizabeth Taki ono there she needs no introduction in Greater Accra and Ghana politics. Who be you know so any commoner anytime so far elections no sena wasi ehunu my mo akwa badiba Metro TV original FM original TV so
Meji muso meji etie phone na
etie phone ejo so man
yo and then NPP da yede to aba ede ayi regional executive na aha enika pamo aha so ayasumbe ya tuara mo amotie music na wachi no won say glofo eni aji ye wo ma mi say ye nya executive sa won betumi eni yen akọ enim because the 2024 election and then nya abrowa ajo na me so say enontino I was yenya it's very dynamic leaders ebebua amesumano I am like amaye na say NPP for democracy is
your live view but it's like only because in a metro
yeah more fine
your live view and reporter will be an
na ye ditimo say so mo yin pen for no here obia beti ni ho ase na KKM bemu na ye nyira ye baako akwo akesem na ye woni da so wore hyem say nyame ni hini nyame ebedi ye ni mukai na nyame edi kuninde ebebre na after na nyame di beba na wo so wonsu ushisha wo na wo tiete wo ina be ya nyame eni onyam aye ente enete eye da lady regional executive na mejitu se sanse yinyina ye busia de bia metakasa se busia ba ku akonya ato na ye prehu ye da kuma pa be prehu na obenya bia no e da kuma panso atama amaye
ma mini do na kasa na obe kai a abatu atwa mu na nsia general elections better Accra a performance no na answer me the part of the New Patriotic Party. So one way customer and they anchor kind executives and do you subscribe to this idea?
I don't want them, you know. Me share the na me to make us na baby. Ne want to say ebi mo nya experience ebi mo so was say we to na o mo nya experience. Nti ne bebe dia no e be som na yetumi aboa won ama wo mo ehu ni amani so na enina etumi akụ kesem. Nti we are all looking at the bigger picture of what is happening now. And when they hear it,
Mapacho, original FM.
Mr. Mosso Nasi, na me de Tiafosu Nasi, na me Bonya me Fighter, Onti and Bam, Onti and Tata, na on Makundi, and India 2024. Yes,
Amen. Ma Edasi, MP, Same, Yamame, Honorable Elizabeth Sachi, our mayor.
Okay.
And I listening. And therefore, I have original original TV, original FM, and a Metro TV. To make it can see NPP.
Okay. Back what's your name?
Yeah, the Bemusami. Never can many my parents maybe. Ebedi nkomo na omoso yahwe senia omoso so far because I'm from nyina omo na ye ne omo but ansa na mekono ni yewra
Backwen
NPP party founding fathers bako emi nkomo yewra onyanye tinye kaka onyanye kado.
Okay. Backwen me say Backwen entime kante beba studio en saka Backwen be sacro over to trade fair na ahwe de ekoso ewo ho laku back to my question no yewra lanche Martin Bawumia factor ni seems to much influence anya influence obabia about we esi edeko we party ni ba if party mosha as a process no internal election na say they see ekono if you are leading to victory you know if you are leading to a opposition you know we shall be mosha as free branch election constituency polling station election to constituency election, Madu region. The same issue with the album and instead of a mafia game near their echoes. Where is NPP heading towards after this regional election?
Oh, and now, that's it. Oh, 2018 year Coco Fredia. The same thing happened. Because Osha Kofredia election now. Oma Mayan can't too much, but the moving so because of the party that I woman as a leading member of this woman to me better and better manka. But a normal course. But your bar 2020 no, we got try UTV, we call XYZ, we call CTV, maka all about the 7 in the program because Sayan Jais had ya not a good party no. Slowly, because over court say a cock of radio compare in team any Freddie Blay. You can't cry. Freddie Blay ain't fan on free buy. Want to mean free NPP says, I don't see me cause NPP. I don't allow me say me be national chairman. Even first, but me cause lie. I'll go back whether me a peninsula and crana, but you allow. Freddie Blay be here chairman no eno so a factor a man penny for baby twi mo free party no oja say identity be ko akofa obi a o me chairman enye onim party penny for nkrapo ubisa na onim wo eno ye mistake aye sad dey na mistake bebre even in 2018 election I call na afena ya ba power Aramba. Intenu no say interest ni Alanche Martin Bawumia na eni osa. But after 2020, it afena sa Alanche Martin Bawumia no issue no. I shall say because the second term I person break the 8. Inti ni oba be break the 8 no. Inti ahanu na management no ewo. But it depends on the leadership aye benya. And now so obi akasa o say twa nkofo mbetuma be ye adwuma no. Enu na eki. But any adwuma no nipa ombetumi aba unity party no because me no wa coalition and as we incumbent na me be you are it as me am be you no me na twa say me manage say metumi atwe aba me system no mu but your party na ko say we constituency chairman na obi be contest na uluzu a ya forget you which it doesn't happen to be so because until last me can no be say your person unity party na every constituency chairman wa ba fufuro no say me otafrache one ka south trans na obi an kan che okra na person leadership no e quality na obi ehu a then go back and look for former constituency chairman e was our constituency if they are alive say omu tiasia ko hwehwe omu Mr. Nyanku Kofi Bonso wan na odi omu aba oni omu akọ mu fie baako na wa ka omu abom omu be ma experience we be tell say ni term no difficulty of facing any we so be tell ni there we say na aman kabo atumi amba.
Back to my question again, looking at Alanche Martin Bawumia factor taking effect about this election, how the process is going, who are they trying to give advantage to? Is it going for Bawumia? Is it going for Alanche Martin? Looking at how perception say the system is being skewed, you're using the urban system, creating loopholes for people who are, they don't qualify to be a delegate to vote or mobile voting.
Yeah, and I mean, because show me position, baby, I'm in the tino. Question I'll be saying, one guy's on say, the position I'm in the tino, and I say, me careful. But you should know, say, incumbent there always know there are so many ways.
Okay.
I had the kill cat. Because anytime no incumbent has one step ahead. And they will be inti ni awo kan de reality a e wo form was is here. nti obi aye na adwuma but asama me kan de bia say politics ye ko to aba ye mo bia level field because look is there president no ko nti taso hu say positions say won confirm sem na no their loyalty will go back to the vice president the president in your ono wo nti omu loyalty no e be cut to the vice president because obi on president because you national election we are you still you da so power presidential so be we are you da so power nti otumi say obi anso ye careful but who obi obeto catch on say oh your excellence me tawachi but a do ta okoto aba no de be obeto akofufro honestly is through delegates nti say see ano incumbent there one advantage emani awunya incumbent what I say because
the oka say incumbent as we speak Baumia vice president Alanche Martin so minister cabinet minister they are all seven so Rebecca say they are all incumbent
but Dr. Baumia enim sin and also security
and so in this case you know Baumia should be allocated the position as incumbent and Alanche Martin as opposition.
See I mean Kasano omo leader omo mienu no they are not on the field obi anso nkoye campaign over bia but omo chitafo omo nkofo a omo grasa
omo chitafo no ye adwuma omo chitafo mo ye adwuma say why na wo say bi chitani na me ye adwuma ma Alanche Martin we say chitani no ye adwuma ma Baumia why na or what that kind of bragging right say I can feel like an incumbent because you know when anybody in papa tia say is it Alanche Martin or Baumia
me who can in there na just a position me tino me person me come be bia obi be ko to me you have to be very careful
okay
but you should know better than I
but back to the issue of this money crisis we talk say NPP last years can say come national congress ko Florida elected national executive UK consecutive rep by no e raise issue say all this money I must spending bare balls in home chronoby you could have used to do something different today and yes some was hanya manabia ekoso envelopes are go behind the scene ya dema delegating and how do you intend to come out and campaign to Ghana and say we are going to fight corruption when you know say even electing internal party executives you know is involved corruption and bribery is involved how
akasem say obesha first year party no from Dan Rocha time now e buy no osha NPP is well built party ah me nuanu mo NDC for kra esuan no ma bere wo ente cause me ka say honorable intimates abeto ye manifesto ko hwe senia but omu no omu yusu obeto koko meme ebeto ye party constitution no eko hwe mu and it's all right for any political party but who share your structures now ye di buy no police station asana the electoral coordinators buy mu asana ye building the constituency internal ko hwe ye organs no ya be me nsan youth wing women's wing and the Nasaras na there abeka ho there were 3 wings obi a fight ema nti that no na a police station chairman kwa na to aba e constituency ye ko to aba executives na aka no nka ho only police station chairman but that no and the kakaka there say untumi mo be mfini fie say wa friend me nti say ombra na on sanko and the na we man bibi say on fanto so na do fie a na the atotofi bi na mankwala no nti na o but o hwe say e bedu ono na man for cheska nti after 2008 ye lose ye no amendment na ye no eno na ye extension ye biemu ene konya delegates be 5,000 something nti ehun say ye biemu say na be ya e bia sikache no e betumi aba
for. So called branch apart from chairman why biemu na right to vote
police station police station all the executives
okay
secretary organizer woman organizer youth organizer nasara omu na to aba
okay
so after the extension was grassroots for presidential no they say about huge
okay
it is a ube chase car constituency be na police station executives 800 can you give them 10 million 1,000 to me
what more na so bet me ma half
to me ma because who here vote to me ma be njebi because who yes answer e be go against you me say me call election bia na me yimu say delegates near 500 I mean chess can me more be 500 no be but me call for bia me so kakra ma o I'm making sure say me more bia I mean because one man who win here sani pana onu be adwuma eno so to me twi vote at the mouth nti you can imagine sika usu be say because presidential no
so if it's about say your first kanema delegate, you know, because of our car and a buy obedi dia, why is it not done? So when your party, you know, every constituency mo buy, you're making allocation, budgetary allocation for transportation, for food, accommodation. Why not? Now you leave it to the delegate and answer the candidate to sort this thing. Is it not breeding corruption?
I know the party does that because the organization was done by the party. I just say Congress now a party in a organize here. In this Sikana delegates no candidates no mutu fee. In this fee no muna ye the organize election no. Tomo mu national election na constituency. Ska metu ya omo mu kono. Ska metu ya no saska na na be organize na national so afa kakra. Eno abi na be ma TNT di amamo. But unu say to aba also. Omo delegates no mu bisa. But who person to aba also. Into una why say oh minia me kura bibi kakra na e na wo kwa na o de ato bibi okwan so into akoma 100 honorable so say who am 100 o person ni de no so say o de no no so ama 150 na me brown so ama 200 nti obi be say ne do so no na e beto abama no but let me tell you NPP delegates omuni abi o metumi ajusika so e betu atia untumi bedanika because officer first now buy no promise no and na wasan ba biom o be transfer one fee wo mo ntina be lose election no because o buy promise here okọ wan ba biom ni we officer 4 years be sa ba and ntina binum ka say one gin sesi ana okọ transfer a no na ntina ka tell say you we need power o mo breakers e police station executives o mo no mo breakers but into omu fisi omu koko season no do the omu jaja omu and it know say this time in police station man for be acquire delegates
okay
but this is the time etwemu a
okay
let's take another 4 years bi man sana e be say there
okay
asamba there
all right
mami alan any there
a play factor
me there ni am say yem penny for
oni be dem be kwa ko
yam play a case here and it na hu say nkofo penny for be see kayema ba mi anko na ala na advice because omu dwi ho omu dwi ho say se nipa mienu no kona ba ko hwe foma e de na ya obeba
o kwasa call no so
sa call no de mintumi mfu aso ade
that was personally you have your stand on that but
yes but mintumi mfu
I like your sincerity me can also share live for original TV so no o call original FM so a so be tie live e ho se de see economy ye gusua ye reporters no grounds a de si bi omo de beba ye nya ne ntie se enche kra no voting ade a omo ede ebewie omo sha ase so omo count a ebe mo ate de ekoso nyina no but yes Abna studio bi honorable Timothy this money crisis ya ye ka ho asem bidudo na kire se the corruption a ene abe kanka e wo ye governing system o ye ntimi to ase nyina no aha ene sha ase free for the person to get the support from the delegate, you know, you have to pay them bribe. For the also buy okokoje bosian to buy kwabia I was say
we dey hu ya odi asebe ko dey hu
kwabia so I was otimi etua waketua enso di contract krabia unya contract no kra unya bia escanu santi we say increasing ye inflate so bia betimi assorti all those things. This government are appointed special prosecutor being sida in a history as a country ni nyina to fight corruption nanu yehu MCE nominee you can say ya file ya charge no ya press charges over 26 charges on corruption as special prosecutor prosecuting or high court ewo Kumasi. But here come reporter remember say this money crisis can want some giving money in the envelopes openly to delegate near there. So are we mocking ourselves as a country, or is the government mocking NPP as a party mocking Ghanaians? Looking at what is happening.
HUNTOR, you see, we must call a spade a spade. The corruption war parties, the leaders are aware. But we should be able to separate this type of corruption from among for the power, no, that entrusted power the the general elections has given to a president to work with, and yet we continue to see corrupt issues day by day, and the president is mute. About partisan, I will not say that NDC to acquire primaries are using money. We do, but we're looking at the quantum of money we're using.
Bribe is bribe. If it's
yes,
price,
that is not my issue. In fact, the special prosecutor or prosecute the man who was nominated for the DC.
Yeah, Kantanka.
Look, let me tell you, under the presidency, Abu Jinapo and then this guy, Asenso Ochiri, they were the deputy chief of staffs under the president. The president now, only the two of them, president in Nimsika at the end of the month. If a presidential staff has to pay about necessarily about 20,000 now. That's all primaries, not the dollars in poach, my delegates are. Doesn't it tell the president that how can my employee even be distributing foreign currency? How can my employee my salary is bigger than we go and pay so much over 1 million to win an issue? It's a point for investigation. But the president kept quiet. Yeah, and it's going to continue. Look, it will come to the time primaries for the MPs will come. You see what is going to go out. I've learned that the president, the director at the presidency for communication, Eugene, is ganging himself to go and contest a place. Here is a guy the president has appointed within 4 years. He has built 32 flats. 32. 32 flats. Listen to me carefully. 32. Director of communication at that place. He has built other, he has acquired luxury cars. The president is quiet. How do we fight corruption like that? How do we fight corruption? Huntor, you have forward Juma Hanmo. Then a Juma 5 years and now when you're 32 flats. President a Juma Nimpono Nyasa. That is where the issue is. So what work was the communication director? Oh yeah, wanya sasikano. Infano ya wanya sasikano. Out we seated 2 flats. SCB were down 4. SCB baby or then the girls beko. You see, when you do that, it's an insult to the people. It's an insult to the people. Delegates, even the presidency send money to some of them to be able to win because they are targeting to win some. Your friend is saying some positions. Like my brother rightly said, how can the regional minister be the director of election or something like that? How can the regional minister, chairman of the election committee, and the regional minister is holding people's the resources of the Asante region, other people in trust? And he is. And look at the danger. You wanted to hold this at the regional coordinating council. Abba, why do you do like that to us? Even young fans are parting profiles. Look, as we talk to you today, Auditor General report, Sikasa Naira, over 33 billion, plus the COVID funds, over 33, is going to over 67 billion Ghana cedis. Do you know what 67 billion Ghana cedis can do for the region Accra? Do you know what it can do? If you pump 67 billion into a greater Accra region, do you know what it can do? And the president is aloof. He's not bothered about it. Chasing fouls in time for, some would say, special prosecutor, Uncle Chair, your friend is saying, this year will tear to your bride. How much? When the big corruption issue is facing you. With one example of the amount, how can your communication director, who was not having a place to sleep, in the less than 4 years, will build 32 flats? Hey, is that how we do to our people of this country? Look, Ghana is broke. Is it not true that Ghana is broke and that even Ghana cannot even pay for school feeding for our children? And yet, you car, one did 2 delegates, one fellow 10,000, 5,000, 2,000, at least. Your reporter has told us that one day who from 1,500 to 2,000 for one vote or the better. Can you imagine the whole country? The looting of state property and resources for partisan benefit and to perpetuate yourself in power. No? If we don't fight, and that is why I wonder, you see, Baby Edruno, it has gotten to a stage that the media and all of you must speak and speak again. Don't let us pretend that it is not happening. It's happening. But some of you, even your media colleagues will say, do you have evidence? If you ask me that question, it annoys me. It hurts me. It hurts me because you don't microphone in the village honmo. You don't microphone in the two about filling station honmo. You go school together. We know what they have and they do not have. If I'm telling a journalist asks me, where is my evidence? You are annoying me. I have a constituency and I know how much the money that almost display at these elections that went wrong. Look, I also speak for the MP, the former MPs association. I'm there. You have our association. I'm a Catamom. You have a presidential inauguration. I'm invite association. Me call you, but later on we had to go and sit with our own colleagues and normally NPP forums. So they're also part of it. And what they said was that, I say, Sikana edema delegates, edema candidates,
why the
the presidency distributed for the candidates to go and do the campaign. And on the day before by now, with all that they got 137 MPs, we got 137 MPs. We share most of the seats now, they literally bought the seats. Look at the Damango seats, look at other seats. They bought it with money. Money. Then the fellow came and he's awarded as a cabinet minister. Hey! Oba the cabinet minister has how good alleged corrupt issues. No. How do we run a country like that?
Okay.
Into corruption, there were different dimensions. There were different dimensions starting from this. There were different dimensions even starting from contractors. We cannot even pay our contractors. But elections never contractors on Babe Joe Musikano. Because it's an election time, you from somebody's car, normal send 10% now more normally I call you runners. They carry man in bags from the presidency to go and give it to people to ensure that their preferred candidate wins.
All right.
When you do this one, you are insulting the people. Now, because say, General Second one because you're the 2 million mammo. Someone for you for the next 4 years. When you wait 4 years, now more customer break 8. It's an insult to the electorate. 8 do not break. It's not going to come from your mouth. It will come from the delegates that would have said that more year, tomorrow yet another 4 years.
Okay.
How can you win election? Then your next target is the next election. And so at the current year, we would win elections. One district, one factory, bobo, one constituency, one
village, one
village, one in Kusiaga, one constituency, $1 million. Even dada school kwara school kwara jina home to chocolate in the most mobile one chocolate. How can you deceive school kids that you give them chocolate and you never get? So the corruption issues are a multifaceted issue that it does not only start with the election, but even when they win the elections and finish our multi-presidents in honor, that is where more corruption is given.
Benji, your take on this. Special prosecutor say we be the petition comfortable go into me.
HUNTOR. Edi kinds special prosecutor nya atwomno adoso.
Muso onye prosecution. Wa sha say prosecution so am say nya.
No, say krom ha. Dwabe MC nominee. No pe
ana
etua sika ma assembly nation to abama no. Oh krom ha.
Then all the 256 should be called before.
I didn't krom ha. Say MC president you know say
ebi ono ndi na catch attention.
Ento ne so aba.
Ebi ono ndi na catch attention. Ebi ono ndi na catch attention.
Hwe ma nka kire obeka yi a Cape Coast assembly members ebi ebe press conference say MC nominee na mo sika.
Omo sa returning.
No sika no omo dey command no. Sika ni ni omo dey command say sika no omo sa so dey command. Omo nje nto aba ma no. Omo say nya dey omo to ama no nti omo gi ne sika. Ye tikroma. Ada na yanche no. And then a special prosecutor, Uncle Fred Cape Coast, presidential nominee for MC, said, there are 7 men I can't find in the side here. Yeah, but you shouldn't see at all. Nya chumono do. Aba! Look, in a country that you want to fight corruption, you fight corruption when you detect it. Not when you are picking and choosing. If you do that, nobody will give you the benefit of the doubt that you are really fighting corruption. Mami for special prosecutor dey no nchen because on put the me prepare me put jare. Want to ask me can say the NPP is perfecting its skills in rigging elections by the way they are managing their own internal elections. Send NPP Ede omwakisa internal elections, local omwakisa omwia elections no.
TV no.
Omu siesi omo for a bigger rigging of elections. And for me a problem. Why? Constituency yente adome kwa benya. Constituency organizer kra say ono ni di efi register ne mu. Ne branch branch no ni fie anu nuanom ni ade ye branch executive ni ade. Ye yomu na edi efi mu. Ye hu MPP a Oma Nkokot awo do me kwabenya ene Okakui South didn't they file injunction omo respect injunction no Okakui South ye hu nipa omu gina car ni to mo ma electoral commission car no ewura yard ne mu ema omo nkoto aba esan say injunction at the elections no so enti ba na say na ende de ye say central region mama nto aba because injunction da so. Why are you picking and choosing? What other one? Elections in Central Region has been suspended. That is not coming on because of an injunction. Meanwhile, you didn't respect injunctions which were filed even during your constituency delegate conferences. So, the NPP is not being a party, democracy. Edi democracy hwa no edi ebuna ban ewo democratic kwan so what you say it no omonti asese ejuma ho a so moye no mo pe so just say betu am bi free and it goes also to the NDC. They must also learn so that we will avoid Ghana's democracy going this path. Sad Nigeria sa no moye no campaign of delegates and then and PDP omotoaba PDP APC so started the baby ochana PDP started yawo da wie ende okay ebeyi presidential candidate between Atiku ne this other guy butubutu o sika ye mutua na yagoro butubutu ye be wie PDP election no be yesterday o afọ Osibanjo versus we die APC die enia It's at the dawn nakasaba. It is Katiane and then what's there. The Fanakwa. That is the problem. Ghana is learning the bad examples of Nigeria. Nigeria corruption. Our Africa.
It's Nigeria learning from us and I say Nigeria.
Ghana nation. I mean the way it's a form MPP leading member can. Almost 30 MPP are making download chamo. Download chamo the money way. That was the standard. Okay. You see how they are tier form. You see how they he who pays higher wins. Andra, Northern region. I say.
So for me take it by it me.
Okay.
My main comment is Yera John Bodu, General Secretary of NPP Amanyuko no akasa a year test conference and some by any some challenges or more I encounter throughout this election or akasa na yenteni some okaiba na yede ofanwe abanawiye.
You can see that most of them are seasoned politicians, some of them are just I believe in the that we get capable men and women who are able to run our region. So I'm very, very sure the caliber of people something that they win the seats that they lost to James. Oh, obviously, these are seats that we won in 2016. You know, Accra is a city with different situations. Sometimes we overplay it. There are consequences, for instance, like Khalid or anytime we are.
Okay, enti Yera John Bodu and no abje no cool me heart just say abbo na ye na political suit bibia it because for nini me de ekoso e wo ye Latridge Fair Center no na watumi ehono ebo enche ye be sorry na ye de ofan we abana we ye ni atwense results no beba na yatimi ade abrabedwafo ansa na be kono ma mention se fefiri honom sima Sima Bako. Lessons been NDC as a party because next month NDC so be shall say any branch from branch they go to constituency to region to national flag bearer. Addition there been NDC in Siam Free 1 minute.
Nedi kind the rig register NDC must avoid it. Say ye ko to abe branch executive. Yenyi branch executives emuda ho fine. Ma obi mbeka say ya to abayi me branch executive nanso elections do one ye mi di afi e krata ni mu and bad say be problem te say ne hu wo NPP di emu ebio say ye branch abom ni wie a na e de ba constituency a ye menhu say edin no a ewo constituency ne so na ebeto aba no omo any pepepe omo eyi omo branch so se constituency so eba abeto original delegates send ye hu conference send ye hu ende ya ye hu say emu da pepe especially 10 members no a esomunya representative e conference no and that TESCON there na aba TESC for the first time TESCON president eka omo bomu yekuo e press conference omo di efi register mu eni say ye said 10 president akamu abo be press conference say omudi e say ba register no ye yefimu e ba say be gu democracy na nimu ase ebio campaign of delegates no say e camp delegates a ye nhwe say ye makwan ye for security nto ye makwan ma obibia on fi constituency ho no emba delegates ne nchen na delegates ne enya adwumufa enfemeto aba engineer so mu yi no na oma delegates ne kwan say ometumi nya visit bia and obi dey key beko abobo ya key motorbike key obi dey sardine box beko eno na eye monetization of the process and a bribe for the vote eno ensugu democracy
okay chairman laku 1 minute mabato mu tui 1 minute afutu be na free say NDC for so betimi asua
yeah do democracy mo Ghana no say amanoni bebre ehwe nti this you complaining on my head call for they know say election ayekono obi abema no tekuteku unim so obi che 10 city or constituency election oluzui nipa no che 40 city nti
awon betimi ne
nti sade no nipa no okono okache say ja minister but me good minini tra on na calculate say so che 40 city 80,000 challenge me konya no yin say ska obi a man ha 1,000 and on sunya 3,000 o che 10 cities one win nipa no be che 40 cities
good way no
also good way nipa no be che 40 cities nipa no win o see akoye sika you can do the job and look before I be win ma me kan sem we me say both NDC NPP muma yen sorry waka e be do time bi no se build a fracture ruan kwa na be go parliament o because me party ano otumi so well educated they say honorable tioi but because honorable betumi akọ the constituency back but only scano obi kuta scano obape obeko ebe do maybe ye be ja parliament na sakawa for na all say build a fracture am robbers drug dealers because sika na di be ye democracy organ adia ebe do maybe parliament
maybe currently we are having them
because we need to look at it very well
already
maybe that's why you say that there's a possibility they are even there
because do you know why I'm saying so ebinumu rush spending $2 and the do parliament no omutra 2 months no otra baby o wona o making the money aka better because on aboni o file ni kese committee meetings no o aduma bebre there are a lot of young guys on my parliament and no omo special assistant na aduma no mo ono onye aduma no no dey man na wa chere
okay honorable Timothy
yes
1 minute
1 minute Huntor, you see there's something that we a bit must stop because there are most of the executive now are more call for re-election and even to come to the parliamentary side. Some crowd for no more party or power, no more niscam palm the bed to cook. They don't have the money, they cannot buy the form no problem to. and immediately part no way na sani panitimi the dollars ko check delegate vote about. That's why we should stop there. You should know that this guy is on a tea-free road. Yet now shesa what did that corruption ko winner elections but penny as how ko peja na mano minister. You have promoted corruption. I'm not ready to fight it. Okay. You know, I think the only lesson the NDC can learn, and like all the political parties, that let us continue to educate delegates. And say, "I'm for this kabeba, but mo jisikani we are montuma the right fellow who can bring development to you." Because at the end of it, at the end of the day, it's development and nothing else but the development.
Okay. Abusiafo yede efa we ebesia mekase mpanyifo a mo ti omo kan yewura eye Benjamin Simon ni peni kwankyerefo da so yen shaba solid Ghana ono na ewo misani fa so di kan do team fifi Honorable Timothy Atabo de former MP edema NDC edi mu sanso na chairman Alhaji Abubakar Sulemana aka chairman Lakulaku ono so leading member edema NPP or your first Nasara coordinator in the history of your NPP penifo na to monka yenim se enche voting no ebeba na wie na counting any announcement in so de kire ebanti ye de efa we ebesia na mkoso na mo afide na original TV original FM Ignite Media ya na ebesomo ni asum ye nya ope ye live coverage ya ekoso a ye Ignite Media Metro TV original FM ye ene asum di de samo honto asada kase nkoma control room asada kase nkoma MCR producers producer jumadi ye minua ba Asabia Bequeen Sami Miracle ene director sound munyina eda mo ase ye de fa we si a na ya dan ho brepam no results no ba e be sa ba nya besum bi akram